Demands for change from Tucson's Sun Tran drivers. Today, the local Teamsters Union that represents Sun Tran drivers held a news conference to highlight the challenges its drivers are now facing and to call on city leadership to take action to keep drivers safe. News for Tucson's chief investigative reporter, Chorus Nylander, is live outside the Ronstadt Transit Center downtown with the latest on this very pressing issue. Chorus.
Yeah, well, it's a very pressing issue, Sean. Union reps from Teamsters 104 gathered several of the Sun Tran operators that it represents here to share their very personal accounts of dealing with crime and concerns with just doing their job on these Sun Tran buses. Now, the timing of this clearly very strategic because in just a couple days, the Tucson City Council is scheduled to take up this very issue and possibly take action on a safety plan for the transit system. The news conference out here was held at 10 o'clock this morning at the Ronstadt Transit Center here downtown. We heard from 3 Sun Tran operators. Each described feeling unsafe doing their jobs due to increased drug use in and around transit centers, at bus stops, and on the bus. One of them, named Raina, emotionally described being attacked by 3 unruly passengers she was trying to have removed from her bus. She says they used a fire extinguisher to strike her in the head. She hasn't been able to return to work since that attack, which she says happened in February last year.
The next thing I knew, I had been struck in the head and was under assault. I haven't been able to work since that attack. I suffer daily and I'm still receiving care. I fear this attack has permanent consequences and it impacts my everyday life.
And city leadership from the city manager's office had sent this memo to the mayor and city council ahead of the meeting scheduled for Wednesday, since the council back in August instructed city staff to prepare some safety recommendations. It shows some concerning data and review done on the bus system about crime across the transit system. Since May, hired security has responded to over 15,000 security incidents, and according to that report, it notes that the true number of crimes is likely underreported. The most prevalent issues identified are drug use, loitering, fire and medical, as well as some assaults. The report finds over 80% of events took place outside of transit centers, over at bus stops. I asked one of the drivers today if he's seen violence go up since bus fares went away. He said, unfortunately, yes, they have. Now, part of that memo was the results of a Sun Tran employee passenger survey, and some of the top recommendations that they got out of that survey was reinstating bus fares, as well as other things such as an increased security and or police presence in and around the transit centers. We're going to be at Wednesday's city council meeting, and we'll keep you updated on any action that city leadership takes on these issues. We're live from downtown. Chorus Nylander, News 4 Tucson.